What if you could create a brand new reality, literally with a click of a button? Well, that is both the promise and, honestly, the peril of generative AI. It's one of the most revolutionary and controversial technologies of our time. So today, we're going to dive deep into how it works, its incredible potential, its dark side, and the huge, high-stakes battles it's kicking off right now.
You know, this whole story, it didn't start in some sterile lab. Nope, it started in a lively Montreal bar. A young researcher, Ian Goodfellow, has this brilliant idea and just starts coding through the night. And what he created? Well, it was the Generative Adversarial Network, or GAN, a piece of tech that would unlock unbelievable creativity and at the same time unleash a whole new kind of chaos.
So what's the secret sauce to Goodfellow's invention? It really comes down to a clever and constant conflict. Right at the heart of every single GAN is a tale of two AIs, and they're locked in this digital duel where each one just pushes the other to get smarter and smarter.
At its core, the concept of a GAN is actually pretty straightforward. You've got two neural networks, one that creates and one that critiques. These two adversaries are in a constant digital rivalry, and it's out of their competition that something really remarkable emerges. Think of it like this. You've got an art forger and an art critic. The generator, that's our forger. It starts with just random static and tries to create a masterpiece that looks totally real. Then you have the discriminator, our critic. It's been trained on thousands of real masterpieces, and its only job is to spot the fake. Now, every time the critic catches a fake, the forger learns and gets better. And every time the forger makes a better fake, the critic has to get smarter to keep up. This relentless cycle just repeats itself millions of times until the forger, our generator, can create fakes so convincing they're literally indistinguishable from reality.
Okay, so this power to generate brand new realities is where we see the incredible promise of this technology. Let's really dig into the good side of generative AI and see how it's being used to tackle some of our biggest challenges in fields like medicine and scientific research.
You know, one of the biggest hurdles in medical AI is just the lack of data. I mean, to train an AI to detect something like cancer, you need thousands and thousands of medical scans. But patient privacy rules and just the sheer cost make that data really hard to get. GANs offer a totally revolutionary solution. They can generate a limitless supply of synthetic, totally anonymous, but medically precise 3D scans. This technique is called data augmentation, and it's completely changing how we train our next generation of diagnostic tools.
And this isn't just theory, it is absolutely happening in practice. Recent studies show GANs generating incredibly detailed liver and spine scans from scratch. They're slashing the reconstruction time for 3D kidney scans by an amazing 35%. Get this, they can even take a simple 2D X-ray and transform it into a detailed 3D MRI. This isn't just speeding up medical research, it's saving lives.
So yeah, GANs are way more than just fancy image generators. They are becoming these powerful engines for scientific discovery, creating new paths in drug development and personalized medicine by just breaking down the data barriers that used to hold us back.
But you know how it goes. Every powerful tool casts a long shadow. The exact same technology that can generate a synthetic tumor for life-saving research can also be weaponized to create a synthetic reality designed to deceive us. So, welcome to the bad side of generative AI. So what happens when that forger and critic system sets its sights not on another machine, but on you? What happens when it becomes laser-focused on deceiving the human eye, on deceiving us? Well, the financial toll is just staggering. According to the World Economic Forum, deepfake-powered fraud is already siphoning $12 billion from the global economy every single year. This isn't some threat looming in the future, it's here right now.
And behind those staggering numbers are real-world attacks with absolutely devastating consequences. We're seeing criminals use advanced scans to create deepfakes that can just waltz past bank security. A fake video of a world leader caused a 12% drop in a stock market sector. And these so-called Frankenstein identities, completely synthetic people, are successfully getting millions in fraudulent loans.
You see, the core threat goes way beyond just faking a single video. It's about the ability to generate entirely synthetic identities, digital ghosts that can infiltrate our systems and basically unlock a whole new era of sophisticated fraud. And all of this, it brings us to the ugly chapter of our story. Because beyond the clear-cut good and bad, this technology has sparked these fierce, messy, legal, and ethical firestorms over what is now the most valuable resource of our digital age: data.
In one corner, you've got giants like Disney and Universal. They're arguing that AI models like Midjourney have basically stolen their intellectual property, training on their copyrighted images without any permission. But in the other corner, The AI companies argue they're just learning from public data on the internet, which they say should be covered under fair use. The outcome of this legal showdown? It could fundamentally redefine what ownership even means in the digital age.
And this battle for data is only getting more intense. In a totally separate but related fight, you've got Reddit accusing the AI company Anthropic of illegally scraping its user content, using bots over 100,000 times to get around its official channels. I mean, that's not a debate about fair use anymore. That's a straight-up accusation of data theft.
So, where do we go from here? We are standing at a crossroads with a technology that has the power to heal and the power to harm. A technology that's igniting legal battles that are going to shape the future of the entire internet. This is the dawn of our generative future.
So when we step back, the picture becomes pretty clear. Generative AI is the absolute definition of a dual-use technology. Its potential in medicine and science is nothing short of revolutionary. But at the same time, it's a potent weapon for fraud and disinformation. And right at the heart of it all are these huge, unanswered questions about data, ownership, and accountability.
And that leaves us with a pretty powerful truth. The ability to generate entirely new realities is no longer science fiction. It's here. The question isn't if we'll use this incredible power, but how. The choices we make today, as creators, as consumers, as citizens, will ultimately define the world that we all build tomorrow.